Good morning to Relax and Paint, and today we're going to be busy painting a project that I think is going to touch you all because it has little fun designs on here that of flowers that you guys probably will smile at. The first thing I want to do is take some of the citrus. We're on a black canvas and we're going on citrus and sap, and so I'm going to come across this. We're on black, smooth, ultra smooth artboard. So see, I'm picking up with a 3/4 inch flat, and I'm just making really soft undercoats. I'm using floating medium to help me move. I want the edges not to be solid. I want them to come out so they just look a little artsy, little bits of color out there. Do you see that? All right. Just work it till it's all, you can dry this even, but I'm going to go ahead and put that away and bring out my 12 flat. All right, so what we're going to do is I am putting this on, let me put this on this board so that we can lift it a little bit higher. And it might not shine as much. How's that sound? Okay, there we go. All right, so the first thing I want to do, I'm using 1-stroke brushes. This is my value pack mostly that I'm using today. I'm taking my number 2 script liner with inky, with a little bit of water, not the medium. The medium is what we're going to be using. This is multi-surface paint. And what I think you're going to love is that it goes on multiple surfaces. And it shows you right there. We have all these on my website. If you need my colors, that's where you'll find them. All right, so I'm going to come here and I'm going to take and make all kinds of stems. All right, and they're coming from here, they're spilling out, they're splitting. All right, so what I think you'll like is it's light and airy. It'll be great on greeting cards, on different surfaces. You can paint it out of a glass jar or a clay pot or on a glass jar or a clay pot. All right, so that's like how we're going to start. And some of the greenery that I want to put in here, I do want to put after we see, like if it comes out far enough or the flowers are going to be hanging here, you might want to make sure that you come out a little further with your greenery. I'd love for you to subscribe or even come join 1-Stroke Advantage membership right here on YouTube. We also, that's if you want more. And then if you want to learn, you want to start out on practice strokes and come over here, anything I'm teaching you and you want to learn more about it, go to practice strokes. And that's what I put there. For so many people who said, ma'am, can you teach us, how do we do this? How do we start? All right, so I'm going to use, this is an 8 flat, and my set has 10 most used brushes. It's very inexpensive for you to start. All right, so I'm going to come here and I'm going to get magenta and wicker white. I'm using magenta and wicker white. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to come up here and I'm going to bring these all to one point. All right, so this is the back side of the flower. And I'm going to come right here and right here, right there. And then I'm going to attach that with a stem. Okay, I can do little ones where you're just seeing a side view. All right, and then I'm gonna do a triangle, right? So right here, flat, and then bring it up, flat, bring it up. The flat edge on these petals. All right, these are probably the biggest flower that I'm going to be doing in this little arrangement. Okay. And then I'm going to come, here's a triangle. Let's go over here. 1, 2, 3. Right? Because people say, how do I know where to put the next flower? All right, so I want more of a flat edge when we start. And then we'll have a few smaller ones. Okay. And then I can get a little bit of medium because we want this to feel like butter when you're stroking. It should feel really soft and smooth like butter. Okay. So this is, let's get some white here. So this petal's hanging down. All right. So there's another triangle for you. And then let's come way over here. And I'm going to curve these. You see this? All right. So I'm going to curve, curve. All right. All right. So that's going to be a main flower. And one of the things that we can do to this right now is we can take a really small brush and we can come right here and grab a little bit. Let's get a little bit of classic green. There we go. All right. And we could take and pull a stem down. So it's going to be inside this arrangement. All right. Then I'm going to take a little bit of white. Put a white here with the corner of the brush. We also are going to put a little bit of a stem on this one. Okay. And so now we come in with a little bit of sap. Okay, but we're going to put a little bit of citrus with that. All right. Now what I can do is bring these stems down, down. There we go. Okay. Now I do need to put a teeny bit of a center in there. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to put in a couple of these purple and blue. Let me take a scruffy first. This is a 1/4-inch scruffy. You paint with it dry. And I'm going to get both colors, a little bit of cobalt and a little bit of blue. I have one that's going to be really close here. And then one that's going to be a little bit up here. A side view here. See the cobalt and the purples on there. And then right here, let's do a big one. That's kind of facing us. So we've got a triangle, then we have 1, 2, 3. Let's put one over here. All right, now I'm going to get a little bit of white at the top of this. All right, a little bit of white there. This is going to have a little bit of white in here. Okay. I think that's good. All right, so what's going to happen on this one is I am going to get a little bit of this purple and blues. So you load the whole brush, this is a 6, and then we load the whole brush with some white. And so if we have this purple one here and we pull like this, see? This is from the back side. This is from the front side. Of the top, I mean, the top. So that's the back of that flower. And then in here, what I'm going to do here is this is the side view. All right. There we go. I see how those pretty colors are coming in there. All right, so I'm going to come back here and pick up a little bit more. So what happens here is we're going to have more white, right? I'm going to pick up white, pick it up. All right, and then you come around here a little bit, around here a little bit. Okay, so we're just getting, I want you to see that you just start getting these petals by putting some muted background and then stroke right over them. That kind of nice. But the scruffy at first helped it get there. All right, so this is a little bit of cobalt for the center. Okay. Now, a couple of the ones that we want to do now is we're going to do some daisies. So I'm going to go back down to an 8. And the daisy, we're going to have some white. So I'm going to get both sides of this white. And we're going to have a couple up here. So these are little guys. Okay. And they're going to have some greenery holding them. I'm going to put a few white ones there. A little bit of a bud that's closed up. All right. And then in here, I'm going to have some white on the outside. Okay, that's the back side of the petal. And we'll do some little bits of purple on the front side of it. And so same thing here. All right, and so the front side of it's going to be a little purple. This is the back of the daisy. Okay, then I'm going to get smaller, 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 smaller. All right. And we have to do front sides of all those. Okay, right in here. Okay, one little trick I do to making daisies, all right, is I'm going to right here put 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock. All right, so then you just put a couple in between. But you got to push and then lift, push, lift. All right. All right, that's going to be a little side one. 12, 3, 6, 9. Okay. Okay. We'll put the daisy over here. Okay. A little bit of a daisy here. Now over here, I'm going to have a couple long petals, then a couple straight up, and then a little bit there, and then we'll put some purple ones up in front. Okay, I'm going to stop there because we have to come back and get a lot of these purple ones. But right here, remember the clock if that helps you, if you're having a hard time getting the strokes where you want them to be. All right. And then we'll have this back is white. And then we'll put some purple in front. So let's get some purple worked in. And it's just a little bit, because I want to see the underneath of this. Okay, we're going to come up here. All right. I'm going to put a little bit of purple coming out from the center. All right. So if you see these, this is the back version. Okay. And some of them we stay flat or we don't put purple, but some of them we want to have just a few. All right. A little bit back here. All right, and this one definitely comes right in front. I think that's it, because everything else is going to have bright lights in it. Okay, so if we get our scruffy, and I'm going to clean that scruffy, and we got to dry it really good because we don't want any water. Okay, this is a 1/4 inch scruffy. It comes in my 2 scruffies, different sizes come in my value pack. All right, so I'm going to pick up yellow with a teeny bit of green. Okay, now I'm going to come, where are we at? Let's do right here. All right here. And I'm going to keep that green all on the left side. All right, I forgot that one right there. Okay, we have a little center one here. Okay. So all those are back of ones, and right here we have one. Okay, we're going to have a little bit of yellow that shows through right there. Okay. Now what's going to happen a little bit here, I got too much purple, so I can come here so you can see the light. All right here, we want a little bit of white coming through. Here we go. All right. Now I'm going to come right here. This is a smaller brush. Now I'm going to take the 2 script liner and I'm going to grab a stem from behind of these. So you're going to have little leaves around, and then you're going to grab your stem. So you're going to have little leaves here that come up onto the bud. All right, on all of these. Come down. Right here. And right here. Now this, you're going to come here. You're going to put little leaves all around here. And then you're going to pull that down. This one also has got little leaves all in here. You pull down. This is the front. Okay, so you're going to come here. And you're going to grab this green here and bring that up. Bring these. There again, every one of these little side views, you're going to pull in here. Okay, a little green right there. Okay. All right. So now I do have fun little bits of greenery that are just going to be kind of fun. But up here and here, let's get a little bit more stem there. I'm going to put little bits of yellow flower. Okay, and then we're going to have some purple flowers all over in a lot of other places. All right, this flower, this bud needs more paint because you can't really see it. There you go. My fingernail right on there. If I pull it off when it's really wet, we're good. All right, so what's going to happen is yellow, daffodil yellow, and wicker white. All right, so we're going to come right in here and do these little buds. They're little blossoms, cute little blossoms. And daffodil, touches of white. And I did 3 strokes. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And see, on that black, it really makes them pop, right? And we've got yellow over here, other yellows over here, but that really set that off. All right, so I am going to now just fill in some leaves, I think. I think you're going to like that when we get the citrus and white, we're going to pull stems in here that will fill this in. And they'll give you some nice looks with a little bit of white on it. Do you see that? I think that really added to it. All right, just filling it in. You can too change the whole look of these flowers if I pick up some white and I just pull it on the tips. So that's a fun thing to try. Just thick white paint. Kind of like the Indian blanket. Sometimes it looks like it's got color on the tips. And they're kind of flat also. Just a little bit. You don't have to do this. I just want you to see. You could bring in any color. I brought in a little bit of white. Okay. Now, let's get some little brushes for strokes. Now, I need it pretty good. That 6 I have is kind of fanned out, or maybe that was an 8. But let's get a 2 flat and a 6 flat. And we also have a kiss tool. See, it looks like a kiss. And I pick up white and I can go around here and do some little dots around my daisies. And it's got rubber, so it's kind of nice because it pushes a little bit instead of See how you can make all those little guys have a lot of detail. Like, look, we're gonna dot, 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 dot around here. And then we just wipe that off and come with some white. And you can sit here and spend a lot of time, or you can stop like I'm going to, but I want you to see that the different looks that you can get with just a little bit of detail. This rubber tool is really nice. It's a wipe away tool, and you can do dots with it, but it is also less than $4. There's one that has a wipe away tool in it that sometimes we have in stock more. But, or you can use a pencil, but it's not quite the same, a sharpened pencil. And we use the handles, but those are too big for what we're doing right now. All right, so this is what I wanted to share with you. I like to come in here and then say, here is a piece of fern. So I'm going to do one little, and you can go out like this. There's a couple ways to do these. Okay. Or you can come out this way. We also have a whole bunch of bugs and insects that I love to paint on these little guys. Okay. So different shades of green make a big difference. All right. Now that's going out. So sometimes it's better just to pull in. So I'm going to get some citrus and classic and pull in these little strokes. Okay. Little teeny leaves out or in. Okay. So just a few in here make a big difference. See, I'm going bigger and bigger as I come back. Isn't that kind of fun? All right, so I'm going to pull in. Now I'm just pushing down on the brush. Okay, so, all right, so I'm going to turn it over. And the key to me is I'd like to get different color leaves. So it looks like sometimes they're early growth. I just think it looks a little bit more natural. Okay, so pull these in. We can even do darker ones with citrus. All right. Watch this. Little one, bigger, 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 bigger. Okay, I can keep going and going and going. I just want you to see that we can make some fun looks with green. We can chisel, push, chisel. We got some floating medium with that. Okay, look. One more green. Now what happened? The reason we put all that green in the background, with black, it doesn't matter as much, but if you are using this on a light background, having that green in the back really adds to the garden that we're painting here. Okay, so you like that? Share with me if you like it, please. Like and subscribe and let everybody know that likes to paint or would like to paint that this is great. I have lots of youth painting with me, and I need teachers that will go teach one stroke for us. So check out how to find that out. And until next time, wow, that's a lot of greenery. Okay, thank you guys. See you next time.